Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to week 9 of the course. I'll keep this announcement somewhat short this week, just because, um, we're just going to keep on reading with James Welch's Fool's Crow. You'll need to read up to books 2 and 3 of the novel, up to I think page 287 or something in my version of the text. Uh, I certainly hope that all of you are enjoying reading this novel. I know that it's a piece of realism and historical realism, but it's also one that's asking us to sort of step outside and sort of experience a world that is out of place and time for just about all of us. It's certainly out of time for all of us as readers. And as far as I know, we don't have any Begani people in the class, so for just about all of us, if not all of us, this book is a completely different and new cultural experience. Um, you're going to need to, in your discussion post for this week, I've included an excerpt from Lewis Owens's from a book called Other Destinies. This is called writing. There's an excerpt from an article there. I just pulled one quote out for Lewis Owens. So take a look at that. I've always found the Owens quote quite unique, in that I think he really captures what what the novel anyway, not Welch, but what the novel attempts to do with the use of the English language, and that making it and somehow speak across time and speak across cultural space, to in some ways even transculturate between not transgress culture, but to take English and make it sort of perform in a 19th century Blackfeet space. I think there's a reason, if you're struggling at all with this novel, struggling with the name, struggling with trying to follow along and keep pace with the structure of the story, I think that those moments of sort of uncomfortability or uncomfortableness are I don't want to say by design, but certainly they are a part of the experience of reading this particular novel. And I think that we are forced as readers to begin to interpret across these sort of cultural differences. So as you're reading through this week, I want you to sort of pay attention to the ways in which the language is working. I want you to pay attention to the ways in which themes such as translation are working in the text, themes such as violation and violence. This is certainly a text that portrays a rather violent era, I think, and I think the Beganis for the Blackfeet for who they are, don't spare your criticism of these folks if you take a somewhat of a critical view. I think that what the novel does is present in some pretty foundational ways. I think personally, I think that the novel succeeds in providing us with a representation in some ways of this piece of this moment in history. So you'll have discussion assignments and journal assignments for this week. We're going to spend about 3 weeks on this book, so you'll have this week and next week to finish reading the book, and then you'll have another response paper at the end of week 10, and then we will begin to sort of we'll begin reading Louise Erdrich's Love Medicine. So let's take our time, enjoy your reading of this book. As always, any questions, let me know. I'm happy to sort of answer them and get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, enjoy your reading and get to your work as soon as you can. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.